Hey everybody, it's Ryan from Pulp Fiction Long Beach, and we're on lockdown, but you are not locked out. Except you are locked out. Don't come to the store. We can't let you in. The door is in fact locked. But we're trying to bring the store to you. So we're going to kind of figure it out as we go. This is new to us, but we're going to do some live kind of home shopping network style stuff for today's new releases. Just a quick heads up. Again, we are closed. And if you want to get stuff from us, we have ways of doing that. You got to contact us. You can either call us at 562-386-2027. I'm not doing this good. Here we go. Okay, that's our phone. We are taking your phone calls during business hours. You can email us at pulpfictiononline@hotmail.com. You can follow us here on Facebook and message us that way. We are on Instagram as well, Pulp Fiction Long Beach, and we are on Twitter also, Pulp Fiction LB. Okay, so today, our first video, I'm going to talk to you guys about the incentive variants that we have available still. We've sold some of the sexier ones, some of the spicier meatballs, but we still have some left. They're very cool. And I'm just going to talk about these to you, and if any of these are interesting to you, get in contact with us, and we'll figure out about how to get them into your hands. Okay, so we're going to start with probably the hottest variant in the pack. This is really cool Psylocke variant. Okay, Miss Betsy Braddock. Actually, I don't know if that's true anymore. X-Men is weird. And this is a 1 in 25 variant for the first issue of Hellions, which is a new X-Men family series that started this week. So it's a 1 in 25. That means they only made one of this for every 25 that were ordered of the normal regular cover. Psylocke is the star of the series. This art is done by Mike Deodato Jr., who's kind of a superstar artist. He actually has another book he did the inside of this week called Resistance, that was written by J. Michael Straczynski. If you're looking for kind of a real world kind of superhero style story, it's very cool. So there's that as well. So if you want Hellions #1, 1 in 25 variant by Mike Deodato Jr., we are selling it for $14.99. $14.99. All right. Next up is my favorite Marvel comic book, the Immortal Hulk. I love this series. If you've been inside the store at all, you've probably heard me going on and on about it. This is for issue 33, which is kind of special that also this is in legacy numbers issue 750. So 250 issues away from issue 1000. So this particular variant is by Steve Skroce. He's a really cool artist. He did things like We Stand on Guard. He did a book called Doc Frankenstein, which is really cool. We actually have the oversized hardcover here for that series. And it's Hulk fighting his new bad guy that has the power to manipulate nostalgia and your childhood and your memories. He's got the whole world convinced that he's always been the Incredible Hulk. And he's a scary monster bad guy. This is a really great series. This is a 1 in 25 variant. And we're selling this one for $9.99. Let us know if it's something you want to take home with you. Again, we are closed, but not closed to the public. We are still making transactions. We have ways of taking your credit card info. We have PayPal. And we're doing curbside pickup, essentially. So if you're local, you get in contact with us, and you want to buy something from us, we can. You can come visit us at the store, the back of the store, and we'll run it out to your car, just like takeout. Okay.
That's what Andy's doing right now. She's talking to the
Andy's
customers.
Very busy taking your phone calls and trying to get everybody their comic books, because the comic books are very, very important in these trying times. Okay, that's all right. Next one. Once and Future.
Wow,
It's
that's
the
really
new
cool.
issue of Once and Future. Once and Future is a series by Boom. It's very cool. It was supposed to just be a mini series, but it was so popular they extended it to an ongoing series. So this is the first issue of the first issue that goes beyond what was the initial planned mini series. This one's written by Kieran Gillen and drawn by Dan Mora, who did the Klaus series with Grant Morrison, which is kind of a fun dark fantasy take on Santa Claus, which is very cool, and we have that here as well. This is not actually a ratio or incentive variant. This is a thank you variant. So basically, if you order a whole bunch of comic books from this publisher, they, as a thank you to us, the retailers, will send us a special, unique variant that we can sell. So it's one per store. If there's a ratio to it, it's one per store. And we're selling this one for $9.99. Very cool.
Who's the writer of that again?
This is Kieran Gillen. So you would know him from... he did a very popular series called Wicked and Divine for Image. And currently he's doing a very popular series called Die for Image. And Once and Future for Boom Studios.
You got a customer at Lafayette checking Lafayette.
What's up, Lafayette? Mr. Azevedo, how are you today? Cool. What's he just checking in?
Says he's going to pick up some books on Friday.
Sounds good, brother. I'll see you then. Okay, so next up, Punisher Soviet number 6. This is a mini-series set in the Punisher Max universe. So Punisher Max is so good. It's a very, very realistic take on the Punisher. Essentially, there's no really supervillains or anything like that. Punisher in this world kind of just lives in the real world. But I didn't get a chance to read this yet, but I definitely plan to. This is by Garth Ennis, the original writer of the Punisher Max series. You would also know him as the writer of Preacher and The Boys, the very popular series on Amazon. So this one is also a 1 in 25, only one of these for every 25 of the regular cover. And I'm not familiar with this artist. He is a Japanese artist, maybe? His last name is Okazika. I'm not familiar, but it's very cool. He's got his knife in his mouth and his big fat gun in his hands. He's ready to kill people.
Ready.
And explicit content. Anyway, we're selling this for $9.99. Let us know if you want the Punisher Soviet variant. All right. Next up, the new hot character in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line, Jenica. She is our new female Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle that came out of the last few issues. This is the next issue of her first miniseries, introductory miniseries. And this one is got art by Lauren Walsh. It's very soft. It's very kind of an airbrush quality to it. It's very cool. If you have kind of fallen in love with this character the way a lot of other people have so far, this is a great piece to keep in your collection. We are selling this one for $9.99, and this is a 1 in 10, which is not as big of a ratio as the 1 in 25s, but keep into account Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles doesn't get ordered nearly as much as Punisher or X-Men books, for example. So this is probably actually more rare than some of the other titles.
When did this character come up? Just recently, right?
Yeah, just in the last few months. I haven't caught up with this book. I actually really enjoy the IDW TMT series. It's been going for almost like 10 years now or something, but I have a lot of people that are massive Turtles nerds, and some of them have said that the IDW comic book series for TMNT is the best version of TMNT that includes the movies and TV shows and the original comics. So very cool. If you ever thought about getting into the Turtles, if you enjoyed them as a kid, the comic book series is very neat. Okay, a couple more. All right, for the Valiant fans out there, we got XO Man of War. If you're not familiar with XO, it's a pretty neat concept. He is a Viking from the Viking Age who ends up with a alien. Basically, imagine like an alien Iron Man suit. So he's a man at a time with a very advanced piece of powerful technology. So XO is being renumbered again with the new creative team. So if you've ever been interested in getting into this character, now is a good time to do it. This particular variant, and this is kind of unique because Valiant doesn't really do a lot of incentive variants. This is also a 1 in 25, so one of these for every 25 of the regular covers. And I don't know if this is going to come up on camera, but I'm actually really impressed. I think this is a very cool variant. So this is artwork by Erica Henderson, and she is the artist for Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, incredibly popular cult title from Marvel. And she's known typically for doing kind of more like, again, cartoony, more comedic style artwork. This is very cool. She's using a lot of negative space to define the silhouette of the character. And it's actually sort of embossed. There's texture to this artwork, like these speed lines here, for example. You can, if you run your fingers along them, you can actually feel the texture of it. This is a very cool variant. This is $9.99. Again, it's a 1 in 25. If you're an Exo fan, if you're a Valiant fan, definitely check it out. And last one, this one's kind of a weird thing, but it's an opportunity. This is the 1 in 100 variant for Hellions this week. This is Jim Lee artwork. This is what they call a hidden gem variant. Basically, they're going and I believe finding artwork that hasn't been published before, or at least people haven't seen in a very long time, and making these the high level variants for these books. This is selling for $100, well over $100 on eBay. And we typically would have sold this to a private buyer already by now, but unfortunately we're not able to get replacements for damages, and this one has just got a couple of very cosmetic creases here. They're not too bad, but more than we can justify selling at 100. So if this one we're selling for half off. So this is a 1 in 100, again selling for well over $100 on eBay. We are selling it now for $49.99. I don't know how close you can get on it, but it's got, again, just a couple of little creases here, enough to bring the value down to 50, but still obviously in really good shape if you're a Jim Lee fan or a Psylocke fan.
So you have it on your...
Okay, that is it for our variants. So I just want to say again that these are all for sale. If any of that stuff is interesting to you, you can get at us here in the chat, or you can email us at pulpfictiononline@hotmail.com. You can call us at 562-386-2027. 386-2027. No, I can't remember our phone number. And Annie has been on the phone nonstop. So if you call and you're not getting us to pick up right away, it just means that it's busy. Try back again in a little while. Or you can email us again, pulpfictiononline@hotmail.com, or get at us on one of our social medias. So we have a chat actually open. And if anybody has any questions about these variants or questions about anything in general, we'll be here to answer them. If this is your first time coming to us, or if maybe you're only subscribed to us on Facebook, keep in mind that we're also on Instagram, and we're going to be doing some things on Instagram as well. We are just Pulp Fiction Long Beach on Instagram. Try to follow our newsletter, which you can sign up for on our website at pulpfictionbooksandcomics.com. We are on Twitter as well at pulpfictionlb. And we'll post this stuff below as well. And we're also on YouTube, actually. If you search us at Pulp Fiction Long Beach on YouTube, that's something I had going a while ago. So I might do some specific content for that as well. Anyway, let us know if this is something you guys are into. We're trying our best to find some way to bring the store to you and kind of keep our little community together in any way we can. And if you have any suggestions or things that you would like to see, please feel free to give those to us as well. I have some fun ideas about different things I'm going to do. How many people want to see my home collection? I feel like somebody, at least one person, wants to see my actual stash that I have in my house. So I might do something like that soon. We're going to be also throughout the day looking at the other new releases for this week, like the new comics from Marvel, the new comics from DC, and the new books from all the independent publishers, as well as the graphic novels. And we have some toys too. So finally, last thing is we're going to do a little we're going to be doing little giveaways as well, and I can't say what it's going to be yet. It's a secret, but whatever it is, it'll be fun and cool. And but you need to know the secret password, and so I'm going to say I ordered for myself. I really wanted this little baby boy for my bookshelf at home, and he's very sweet. And he's a very sweet boy, and I love him. So we're going to say that the password is Mecha Godzilla, and I'm not going to tell you how to spell it.
Gotta spell it right.
You got to spell it right, and you can either first person to email us with that password gets our secret prize. So the password is Mecha Godzilla, and again, that email address is pulpfictiononline@hotmail.com. So, Mechagodzilla! All right, we'll see you guys in a few with another live video. We'll keep you posted on when that's going to go up.